big. Police believe they've identified a man who was spotted holding an offensive placard at the Adelaide March for Australia rally on the weekend. The picture of fugitive alleged cop killer Desi Freeman has been called disgraceful. Acting Commissioner Linda Williams says they're still trying to locate the man to speak to him about his behaviour.
No doubt, in my mind, every reasonable person who saw that image would be absolutely disgusted by what they saw. This is a man who is wanted by Victoria Police for the shooting of 2 police officers. Families would no doubt have seen this image and would be likely distraught by what they have seen, as would every right-minded person, particularly every right-minded police officer.
3 men were arrested at the rally for various offences and bailed to face court in October. Victorian police have urged anyone harbouring fugitive Desi Freeman to come forward. The search for the 56-year-old is continuing into a 7th day. Superintendent Brett Khan believes Freeman is still alive.
People know the whereabouts of the person who's killed 2 cops. People have chosen, for whatever reason, not to come forward. I can't say in particular whether it's one or multiple. What we do say is people know. And that's why I've changed the narrative, inviting other people other than Desi Freeman to speak up.
There's been an armed robbery in Newton this afternoon. Police are currently searching for the man who entered a liquor store on Gorge Road and threatened staff with a knife. He stole cash and ran off in the direction of Thorndon Park Reserve. The suspect is described as wearing dark clothing and a khaki-coloured jacket. No one was injured. Police are investigating a serious crash at Marion Bay on the York Peninsula. A 64-year-old man crashed his ute into a Stobie pole near Norris Road on the York Highway. He's been airlifted to hospital with serious injuries, but they're not believed to be life-threatening. Traffic restrictions are in place. An SA Power Networks crews will be on site for the next few hours, restoring power to the area. Police are trying to establish a motive for a man who ploughed into the Russian consulate in Sydney's east. Jack Hahn reports.
The 39-year-old man was arrested at gunpoint after allegedly driving into a consulate, officers beating through the window to arrest the suspect. He was sitting in an SUV for some time outside the Russian consulate in Wallara, staff becoming suspicious of the vehicle and calling police. A 24-year-old male constable was hurt during the arrest and has been treated for minor injuries. Detectives setting up a massive crime scene, shutting down the street while a sniffer dog scoured the street and the consulate. The crime scene has since been removed while the AFP remains on guard, keeping an eye on the consulate.
1 person has been killed in an air crash in Colorado. 2 small planes collided mid-air. 1 burst into flames while the other was badly damaged. It's believed the pilots were trying to land at the time. Now turning to FIVEAA sport, and the Crows are preparing to kick off the AFL Finals series on Thursday night, hosting Collingwood in a qualifying final. Alex Neil-Bullen's confident the team can cover the loss of star forward Isaac Rankin, who's out suspended. Neil-Bullen telling FIVEAA they have reinforcements.
For us, it's about a soldier goes down, an opportunity becomes available. I see it as a great opportunity to bring someone in who will make us better, and it doesn't have to be a forward.
It's been announced Hawks legend Luke Hodge will present this year's Norm Smith Medal to the best player on grand final day. Eagles premiership coach Adam Simpson will present the Jock McHale Medal to the winning coach. And Essendon champ Ken Fraser will do the honours for the Ron Barassi Medal for the winning captain. Richmond's 3-time premiership player Jack Riewoldt has been unveiled as the Premiership Cup ambassador.
Never do you think you've got a chance to go back out there grand final day, but I get one last hurrah, and the Cup creates so many stories and obviously completes dreams. I can't wait to get back out there grand final day and present the Cup and start the journey and that story for another football club.
And the Magarey Medal will be handed out tonight to the Sandfulls best and fairest player. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
G'day there at Flagstaff Hill. Urgent gas works on Blake Road near Manning Road. McGill burst water main. McGill Road near Bryant Road. Parafield Gardens, a breakdown on the Salisbury Highway near Kellaway Street. And we're slow for works at Nailsworth Main North Road near Jones Street. Cameras at Elfie Terrace, Glenelg North and Frederick Road at Grange. Home loan today, holiday tomorrow. Apply online for a CommBank Digi home loan and earn up to 300,000 Qantas points. Eligibility, min loan size and T's and C's apply. Ends 30 November 25. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
To the weather, a shower or two and 15 today, mostly sunny tomorrow, 19. A shower or two for Wednesday, 17 and 19 again on Thursday. At the moment, 15. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
In your suburb.
Good evening from Port Noarlunga.
Across your state.
A sombre scene here in Bordertown tonight.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
South Australian parents urged to be extra vigilant.
Because your home is our home. Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Live stream time. Thanks to Complete Care, that's complete with a K, YouTube and Facebook. If you can see us now, it's a little different because we are live at the Royal Adelaide Show. We're in the Jubilee Pavilion. Drake's is where you get your show tickets, or theshow.com.au. He's here. The good doctor, Dr. Derek, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming across.
It's lovely to be here. It's nice to get into the show to see what's happening.
It's nice, isn't it? Let's play your official intro before we talk a little more. Here he is, Dr. Derek.
Time to talk all things pets with Dr. Derek.
Are you in your element? You know, because there are so many animals here.
Look, I was a bit upset when you said to Graham at the turnover that I don't like birds.
Yeah, no, you do like birds, but
I just think my knowledge isn't quite there.
Sorry.
Of them.
Yeah, I'll retract that.
Yeah, my knowledge of the crows is getting better.
Yeah, excellent.
Yes, but I'm not big in the magpies.
Reptiles? Do you like reptiles?
Reptiles? No.
Okay, because there is a snake guy. I was tempted to get the snake guy across to bring you snakes over. Yeah, I still may do that.
I did go and have a look at the snakes, and I thought, no, thank you. No, they're not my cup of tea.
Did you grow up on a farm? Have you ever spent time on a farm? Would you, if somebody came to you and said, Dr. Derek, the Parade Norwood Vet Clinic, I've got an issue with my sheep.
Yes.
Do you know what to do? Or is it a different part of veterinarian science?
During the course, and it's still the same way, you have to learn all the species.
Oh, okay.
So we had to learn sheep, cows, horses, pigs. Mm-hmm. And my first few years after I qualified, I did a lot of work with sheep and cows and horses. I've never worked with pigs.
Yep.
Cows are really nice to deal with. Mm-hmm. They are really fun, gentle animals to deal with. Horses are lovely. Mm-hmm. I'm probably not confident enough, or I wasn't confident enough to deal with them because they can bite and kick. And I thought, I don't really want that.
Yep.
Sheep are lovely as well. And we had to, through the course, as a compulsory part of it, you have to work on farms. So I had to work on a sheep farm at lambing time and deliver lambs, and dairy farms and stuff like that. So we had to deliver cows as well, or calves, I should say.
Yeah.
I do know the difference between
rubber glove.
Baby cows. Yes, I've had the big glove on, but when you deliver them, you don't wear a glove. You put the glove on when you're pregnancy testing them.
Oh, so you're catching
that's when you put your arm in their bottom, and you can actually feel their uterus, and you can tell from that if they're pregnant or not.
Right. So you'd be in your element, like a kid in a candy store today. And this is the great part of the show for the sideshows and for the show bags and everything else. Oh. People are just attracted to the petting zoo.
It's fabulous, and there's so much variety. I mean, I actually just went before I came here to the table, I just went to the dog pavilion, and today they've got so many different breeds. So if you're interested in looking for a breed for yourself, check out what day the breed's on and come in and speak to the breeders and pick their brains about the good things about the breed and the bad things about the breed. I mean, today they've got border terriers and cairn terriers. They've got little dogs, they've got borzois, they've got German shepherds, and they've got big Tibetan mastiffs as well.
I'm going to sneak past on the way out.
70 or 80 kilos. So it's right across the board, and you're seeing the best example of these species as well.
I love a Tibetan Mastiff. I wouldn't be allowed to have one.
They're like a big teddy bear, aren't they? You just go up and sort of pat them, and they're beautiful.
So great. Dr. Derek is here. You're welcome to ask your pet questions, 8223 0000 if you'd like to join us. So is there different, just before we get to Amber, is there different parts of being a vet like a doctor? So do you specialise then in horses, for example, or do you become a livestock vet, or are you more, like is there residential pets versus those in the wild perhaps?
Yes.
Or in the farms?
Yes, you can choose. Okay. As I say, there's talk about the veterinary course of changing it, and the first half is all the general animals, and then you can actually choose during the course to maybe just do small animals or maybe do horses and stuff. Okay. At the moment that hasn't happened, and all the vets who qualify are taught the basics of every single species.
Right.
And then it's a great career. There's so many different things you can do. Like, I'm probably what you call a GP, in the sense that I will deal with or try and deal with everything. But there are specialists, anaesthetists and ultrasonographers and surgeons, and you have that in horses and cows and dogs and cats and everything. And some vets will go into work with drug companies to be advisors for drug companies. So you can do what you like, and it's a great career for travelling, because obviously I qualified in Scotland, I worked around Britain, I've worked in Australia, I've worked in New Zealand, I've worked in South America, so it actually gives you lots of options to work all over the place and in lots of different...
Then you come to Adelaide. Yeah, because I would get it as a vet. Like, I'd say, I love a horse. Like, a beautiful animal, the horse. I could be a horse.
Yes.
But I don't understand with doctors. Like, what doctor goes, you know what? Proctology. That's my bag.
That's what I want to do.
Feet. I might become a podiatrist. Let me see feet every day of my life. Why would you pick that?
It's really good. We're all different, isn't it?
Oh, thank goodness.
It's really
for
good.
that.
Somebody wants to look at people's feet all day, because especially I'm very grateful to my podiatrist, who sees me far too often, because yes, I'm very happy people like doing that and like
Monday,
examining every single part of the body they could do.
Tuesday, feet.
Yes.
Rather than I.
And it's also dentists. I wonder about that as well.
Yeah. My sister-in-law's a dentist. I think if you've got small hands, dentistry is your thing. If you've got big man hands, that's not... Our mouths aren't big enough for that. But yeah, you're right. It takes special...
Horses for courses.
Correct. Yes. Amber from North Haven, you got a question for Dr. Derek.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Leith and Dr. Derek. It's my chickens who are my babies. They're very much pets. But the other day when we had that big storm, I brought them inside, and I noticed when I cleaned up after them the next day, in their droppings, they've got tiny little, it was moving, tiny little white, I'm guessing worms. How do you treat a chicken for worms?
Yes, a long time ago, and you can talk to your local vet, and you can get, we used to in the old days, we used to get stuff called ivermectin and just drop it on the back of their neck, and that would actually kill everything. It was really easy. It was easy for somebody like myself who wasn't very good at injecting or giving them medication. Now things may have changed, but you can certainly get lots of different products for getting rid of worms in your chickens. So call up. Call up. There is a vet, and it's always a true story. Her name is Anne Fowler, and she's very good with...
Love that.
She's very good with chickens.
She would have been called Chook as a kid too.
She would have been called Chook. So
was.
If you maybe Google Anne Fowler and phone up her clinic, and she will be up to date with the best thing. But yes, absolutely, you can see them. And sorry.
No, I was imagining trying to give them a tablet, so I'm glad it's not like that. Yeah, no, that's great. I've got 2 vets near me down at North Haven, so thank you very much for that.
No, not at all. I mean, sometimes they do have stuff you give orally, which they actually mix in with their food. But if they've got the old ivermectin still, they just put a drop in the back of their neck. It's easy. It's easy.
Thank you, Amber. It will be hard to give a chook a pill, I'd imagine. It's hard enough giving dogs pills. I'm going through that at the moment, or I have just finished that, because, as you know, our biggest dog had a ACL operation. He was on 3 pills, and it's hard. One of them was quite big. So I worked out a treat where I drop it in a bit of banana, cover with a tiny bit of peanut butter, bang, gone. And then there are other dogs who you put it in the food and then they'll scoff the food and then just spit out the pill at the end.
Yes. My technique, if you have a dog that's tricky, or possibly you'd say too smart for their own good, is you get 5 pieces of their favourite meat.
Yes.
So say chicken, and you put the tablet in number 4. So you give them 1, 2, 3 pieces of chicken with no tablet in it, no suspicion there, and then you give them number 4 with your left hand, and number 5 you have in your right hand where they can see it. And I can guarantee they will swallow number 4 really quickly to get to number 5, and they won't even think if there's a tablet in there. So it does work every time.
This is why you're smart. This is why people want your expertise. Dr. Derek is here, the Parade Norwood Vet Clinic, 8223 0000 if you've got a question for the good doctor. He is here live in the Jubilee Pavilion at the Royal Adelaide Show, all thanks to Drakes, drakes.com.au and theshow.com.au is where you get your tickets. Back with your calls after this.
It's showtime as the Royal Adelaide Show rolls in for 2025.
We are so excited that we are taking FIVEAA mornings and afternoons on the road and will be live from the Jubilee Pavilion.
Leith and I will be at the show every day this week, bringing you all the action, atmosphere and joy of the show.
Make sure you stop by and say hi. Plus, you might also see some of your other favourite FIVEAA personalities here across the week too.
We can't wait to see you.
Are you ready to go? It's time for the Royal Adelaide Show presented by Drakes. Get tickets at theshow.com.au and Drake Supermarkets.
It's September, now at Harvey Norman, with extra special deals on Temper, a mattress like no other. For the ultimate in comfort and support, shop Temper Breeze, exclusive to Harvey Norman. Receive a bonus Manchester set valued at up to $699 with selected Temper mattresses. Plus, buy in-store and receive bonus standard local delivery. The time to experience Temper is now. Be quick, limited time. Don't miss September at Harvey Norman. Best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions and exclusions apply.
The siren's sounding. Eblin Subaru's footy final frenzy sale is on now. Kick a winning deal with 3 years free servicing across the Subaru Outback range. The all-new Forrester has hit the field. Book your test drive today with demos ready for immediate delivery. And the big score? Trade in your car and pocket a $1,000 bonus on new, used and demo vehicles. But the clock's ticking. Don't miss your shot. Race into Eblin Subaru, Adelaide's #1 Subaru dealer. MPD 173.
What makes Ray White the big name in business broking? They're people, like multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year, Brett Buckley, and his team of business professionals. They take a deep dive into your business, finding value and potential, and they know what they're looking for because they know businesses. They're not real estate salespeople trying to sell businesses, they're business people selling businesses. If you want to know what your business is worth, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA, multiple Business Broker of the Year awards.
They live in filth, bins and excrement. They carry disease and they want to suck your blood. Flies and mosquitoes. Oh, that's no way to live. And it doesn't have to be. With Phantom retractable screens, up to 9 metres wide, they can screen almost anything. Protect your family with Phantom retractable screens. phantomscreens.com.au.
Here at FIVEAA, we're all about supporting local. Here's who you can support around Adelaide. Head to the Excelsior Hotel every Thursday and get $10 off steaks. The Excelsior Hotel, 110 Coglan Street, Brompton. Feels like coming home, but better. Barnacle Bill, serving South Australians quality seafood for over 50 years. And remember, it's Barnacle Bill for seafood and much, much more. FIVEAA, supporting local business.
A new battery rebate is here, and it's a game changer. The Cheaper Home Batteries program with NRG Solar makes smart storage more affordable than ever. Eligible homes and small businesses can save thousands, and households could slash power bills by up to 90% with a solar and battery combo. NRG Solar will guide you through and lock in the rebate before the masses catch on. Head to nrgsolar.com.au or call 1300 858 160. Don't wait. The smart move is to act now.
Imagine getting paid to take a break. Well, at CMAX, it's not just a dream, it's a reality.
Enjoy a staycation at CMAX by participating in a clinical trial. Relax in our premium facility while earning cash for your dream holiday and making a difference for medical advancement. Make your dream holiday a reality. Visit cmax.com.au to sign up today. That's cmax.com.au. Staycation for a vacation. Stay with CMAX.
5AA Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
20 minutes after 3, the good doctor, Dr. Derek McNair, is here from the Parade Norwood Vet Clinic. Lovely Mrs. McNair is here. The Dr. Derek fan club is here. Look at him. We should have a microphone. We could go out into the crowd, get some roaming
the roaming mic
for you.
Yeah.
It's excellent. We're here at the Royal Adelaide Show Jubilee Pavilion. You can see us on the live stream, YouTube and Facebook, thanks to Complete Care. And of course, listen to us on 5AA, which Father Joan from North Adelaide is doing. She has a question for you, Father Joan. Hello.
Hello. I always listen to you, and I was down there to see Graham this morning at the show. I've sent through on text and on email a flyer about our wonderful Blessing of the Pets service at St Peter's Cathedral on the 14th at 10:30. And it's absolutely fabulous. And last year, the good doctor let me leave some flyers in his room. And I might just deliver some so everybody knows it's on.
Blessing of the Pets.
It's very good. I remember we were talking about it last year, and you had... Because I brought up about the Vicar of Dibley episode.
Yeah.
And I can't now remember, this is because I'm getting old, you had some connection with the Vicar of Dibley, didn't you?
I did. I actually met the woman who played her because, who it was based on, because we were both the first women ordained priests in our respective areas. And so we had quite a lot in common. And we both love animals, of course. But last year at the cathedral, we had a mountain dog, big mountain dog, lay on the pew in the front row, and all you could see were these 4 massive paws sticking up. And we had a child with some rats who ran around the family, and the dogs were going, woo, woo. It was chaos. It was absolutely wonderful. So we invite people to bring whatever creature, great or small, to the cathedral at 10:30 on Sunday week. And we'd love to see them, and it will be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun. I didn't get there last year. I will try and get there this year. I can't remember if I'm working that Sunday or not. But if I'm not working, Freddie could be down there. Maybe Wilman Pebbles as well might make an appearance.
Little blessing, Father Joan. Thank you for that. Dawn French, the Vicar of Dibley. You a fan of that show?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
No, yes.
She's excellent.
Yeah, she's very good.
Thank you,
Father
Joan.
Joan's very good as well. She's brilliant.
If you've got a question for Dr. Derek, 8223 0088 is our number. Not only are we here at the show for the first time today, it's the first day of spring.
It is.
Does your vet surgery get busier in springtime with allergies and maybe bloom of life? Does it play havoc with some pets?
We generally do get busier, and we actually... It wasn't spring last week, but we had a dog come in who had eaten some blood and bone.
Oh.
So that is actually one of the problems we get in springtime, is that dogs actually do quite like fertiliser. So blood and bone, dynamic lifter, rapid razor, chicken poo, all that sort of stuff. Dogs enjoy the taste of, so you have to be careful when you put it down to either spread it very thinly or keep your dog away from it, or just watch it under supervision all the time, because if they do eat a lot of it, they can actually die. But most commonly they get severe stomach upsets and severe diarrhea and vomiting, and often need to go on an intravenous drip. So be very careful around that in the garden. And things like the snail pellets.
Well, do you know what I was about to say?
Extremely dangerous.
So Jessica said this to me. Well, first and foremost, we're lucky that both dogs are unwell-ish because they're both on the leads at the moment, so they can't just go crazy. Because she put down some snail pellets because we have been overrun by snails in the last couple of weeks.
Right.
I'm not talking 1 or 2. I'm talking like hundreds.
Yes.
So she put down, and she said the same thing. Make sure the dogs don't get, because dogs are inquisitive.
Yes.
Golden retrievers. Oh, I'll bite that.
Yes, and they have, don't be fooled, they have what's called pet and child taste deterrent the snail pellets now.
Okay.
So it makes you think that dogs and children would not like the taste of them, because children actually eat them as well because they're bright blue colours, sometimes bright green. But we have had cases of dogs still eating it, so you have to, don't trust that. Just treat it as a very nasty poison, which it is.
Yep.
And you're meant to sort of put them in like somewhere the dogs can't get to. Or some people say to kill snails, which is hard for a Scotsman to say, is you put glasses of beer in the garden. And that actually attracts the snails, and the snails go into the glass and drown. And that's a much nicer way to drown in beer than to have the snail pellets. Would be much more pleasant, I would think.
So the McNair house is like a front bar. There's just little pots of beer.
There's little pots of beer everywhere. We don't have any snails, but there's little pots of beer everywhere.
I know of other radio announcers, I think you used to have just little wine glasses a little everywhere. That's interesting. So what about grass seeds? We're getting into that season now where all of this nice lush green is going to dry off somewhat and become a little hazardous, I would imagine, soon for dogs, cats, pets.
Grass seeds are always a big problem because they're like miniature darts. So once they get into the hair anywhere, then they generally just start moving forward and they will go into the skin and bury their way into the skin.
Right.
There have been cases of grass seeds. It's a bit of a scary story. Most of the time we just get them between the toes and down the ears. They go, occasionally they will go up noses, but more often down the ears and between the toes. But there have been cases of grass seeds that have gone through the skin and into the chest and have lodged in the lungs and in the heart.
Oh, so really? It's gone down that deep?
Not common at all, but it happens. So I would say if you've got a hairy, fluffy dog, in summertime, get its paws trimmed and maybe trim the hair around the ears. And if you're out on a walk, when you get home, just check in between their toes to make sure there's no grass seeds, and especially if they start licking their toes, have a close look, because you can often catch them. You can see they start going in, but if you find them, you can catch them and pull them out before they get under the skin.
So sort of trim those feathers, make sure that their feet are nice. And the other one is what we used to refer to as a three-corner jack. Is now, I think, Caltropa, it always has been, but people seem to not call it three-corner jacks anymore. That'll start to come into, won't it? Well, once the weather gets a bit sunnier and drier and hotter,
you get those,
they go
and
from
then
nice and soft to harder.
Bindies and stuff like that. And yes, they often get stuck and then they're really uncomfortable. So the good thing is they don't burrow under the skin.
No.
But
all of a sudden you're walking your dog and the next minute they start to limp and you think, what's going on with my dog? Pull their paw up and they've just got to
and they're sometimes quite difficult to get out, so you often have to go to the vet and we will get the clippers out and clip the hair away with the bindi stuck in it as well.
Good advice. Stingy nettles, they still around or not as big a problem as before?
Not as big a problem, but we don't get a problem with those. We
used to have those in the country all the time.
Yes. We had them in Scotland as well.
Hard to get once you get them in your sock and your skin. Terrible.
Yeah, we get problems with allergies with two different ways. You'll get hay fever type allergies where there's pollens in the air and it's just like us, you breathe them in, and that will generally cause dogs to have itchy paws and itchy faces and itchy ears. But we also get problems with what's called contact allergies, where when the dog's skin comes into contact with a certain plant, then that will cause a reaction. So that tends to only make them itchy in the bald parts of their body because the hair acts as a barrier. And so in the hairy bits they don't get itchy, in the bald bits, which is usually sort of the groin, they will get itchy. And things like ivies and creeping, wandering Jew is a classical one. A lot of dogs are allergic to that. So anything a bit sort of waxy and like an ivy that creeps, they are very commonly cause itches to dog skin.
Well, it's good advice. It's the first day of September, the first day of spring, so look out for that. Always lovely to see you. Thank you for coming and visiting us. What are you and lovely Mrs. Keelan doing for the rest of it? Mrs. Keelan. Mrs. Keelan. I was thinking about Michael Keelan there for a second, about his dog. Mrs. McNair. Almost a scandal there. What are you and Mrs. McNair doing for the rest of it? Yes, no.
I think we're going to go... olive oil, we like.
Olive oil?
We like good quality olive oil, so we'll go with that. We'll probably go back to the dogs. And this is a bad example. You can get free gin tasting, so I might just partake of This is myself, not Mrs. Keelan.
Sorry, Mrs. McNair / Keelan. Prue and Michael just drove off the road, I'm told, too. Well done. Enjoy. There's so much to see and do at the show.
It's
and
fabulous.
I know you'll enjoy
It's fabulous. Everyone should come down.
Where do we find you?
On the parade at Norwood number 27, and the phone number is 83635323.
Beautiful. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I'm going to apologise to your lovely wife. Headlines. On the other side, we're going to speak to Ben Folds.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. Police believe someone's harbouring fugitive Desi Freeman in Victoria's Alpine Country. A man with a knife has held up a bottle shop on Gorge Road at Newton. Both sides of politics are being accused of failing to address immigration levels. And Oscar Piastri has a comfortable lead in the F1 Drivers' Championship after taking out the Dutch Grand Prix from pole. A shower or two and 15, at the moment 15. More news at 4 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
For a unique take on everything happening in SA, join Matthew Abraham each Thursday with David and Will.
So a bit of a full and frank exchange of ideas. This time a week ago, near the elevators at 5AA, Matt.
Well, I should have taken the stairs. The elevator doors go... and there's the Premier standing there.
Matthew Abraham.
So a little bit of a contretemps took place.
Thursday mornings from 7:30, only on Adelaide's 5AA.
Steinborner has done it again. The Jack T9 Ute has landed at Jack Motors in Gawler. Enjoy a 5-star ANCAP safety rating, 7-year unlimited K warranty, 7-year roadside assistance, 7-year capped price servicing. The Jack T9 impresses with a turbocharged diesel engine, 4x4 dual-range transmission, 3-ton towing capacity, and it can easily handle a full-size Aussie pallet with a 1,045-kilo payload. All this from $39,990 drive away. Jack Motors, it's well worth the trip. Gawler, Barossa and Clare, or at gawlerjackmotors.com.au.
A new elevated shopping experience awaits at Burnside Village. With a 2-story Mecca flagship store, Coco Republic, JB Hi-Fi, Uniqlo, Style Runner, Kavari, July and much more. Burnside Village. Fashion, dining, lifestyle. BurnsideVillage.com.au.
Let me tell you about Turkey Flat Vineyards, renowned winery nestled in the heart of the beautiful Barossa Valley. The vineyard's home to some of the oldest Shiraz vines in the world. The cellar door is a converted butchery which dates back to the 1860s. Turkey Flat Vineyards are excited to unveil their refreshed design for their much-loved Butcher's Block range. Marks a return to the winery's roots and celebrates their deep heritage. The range is now bottled too in the new lightweight glass bottle. This is a major step towards reducing environmental impact. It also stays true to the approachable nature of the Butcher's Block range. You've got to try a bottle for yourself, and you can do it and more if you go to the cellar door. Turkey Flat Vineyards, Bethany Road, Tanunda. Just remember to drink responsibly.
For those whose pool is the main feature of their yard, Walco offer a special mesh cover to keep debris and leaves out while making your pool area look stunning all through winter. Join the great cover-up and ask Walco about their stylish new mesh pool covers. Walco.com.au.
Some things are worth waiting for, like tickets to your favourite concert, waiting for a nice bottle of Red to breathe, or waiting for the kids to finally unpack the dishwasher. But waiting to get your air conditioner serviced just before summer or winter really hits? It's just not worth the pain. Get in touch with Morford Air now for servicing or a new system. Put it at the top of your to-do list. When it's too hot or cold to bear, reach for the Morford Air. morfordair.com.au.
Morford Air.
Living with diabetes? Ditch finger pricks with Freestyle Libre, the wearable sensor that monitors glucose levels straight to your phone. Trial it now for only $15 at freestylelibre.com.au. T's and C's apply. Follow directions for use.
When we say police home care, a lot of people think...
Open up! It's police home care!
It's all right, we're just here to do the dishes.
When in fact, Police Home Care is an approved My Aged Care and registered NDIS provider, available to all South Australians. For quality aged care or disability care in your own home, search Police Home Care, taking care to everyone.
Live, local. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Well, the great Ben Folds, singer-songwriter, New York Times best-selling author, is returning. Yes, Adelaide is coming back with his Ben Folds and a piano tour. It's at the magnificent Thebarton Theatre on Tuesday, the 24th of February. Ben Folds, lovely to see you again. Welcome back to Adelaide Radio.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Good to be here. Good to be in Adelaide theoretically now.
Yes, nice to be coming home again. Do you get a bit sentimental at all coming home?
I love it. Yeah, I do. I like to go to all my little places. Yeah, it's a great place. You live in a great place. I love that town.
You know, it's nice synergy. You playing FIVEAA again. The last time you and I spoke was for the documentary, which of course was recorded there at FIVEAA just after COVID, which was weird seeing one person and 6 seats empty around them. This time, every seat chock-a-block, newly refurbed. Can't wait.
Yeah, let's just spread that COVID everywhere. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy time. I mean, I barely got on that stage. I mean, I come from Perth, and I mean, we might have played 2 nights in a row for that, but I just come from Perth, and I was on a list. I'd walked into a cafe, and someone else in that cafe had COVID, and it showed up on my little tracker. So I was in quarantine there until just the moment it was really very scary. Anyway, yeah, the FIVEAA, the first place I played in Adelaide years ago.
Is that right? Well, it's been dark. So Bob Lott was in not long ago. So it's been dark for 2 years. So with all the refurbishments and elevators and new additions and all the rest of it. So it's going to be magnificent by the time you get there.
That's so great. Well, that's good because there was talk about it possibly going under for a while, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. The South Road extension.
Now it's there. This is amazing. That's great news. That makes me happy.
I have a stupid question for you. Do you take a piano with you, or do you find one that you like to play? Because are all pianos the same, like guitars? You need it personalized, or can you just find a piano you like in each town?
I mean, ideally, you'd like to have the piano that you chose. You know, it's the same with a guitar player. That like they wouldn't like to just be given a government issued guitar and off you go. But I have to kind of compromise that. You know, we have certain pianos we ask for on the road, and we try to get those. You know, and sometimes if we've toured enough in the place that we actually physically know which piano that I like more than the other. So we do our best to get something that is, you know, makes me feel enough at home. But after years of every night being less than ideal at the piano, I'm pretty used to just dealing with it, you know.
Yeah, because you may not remember this. You came into FIVEAA once and I bought in my electric organ and you looked at it with such disdain. And it's still one of my favorite all-time core memories because you played popcorn on it. It was horrible. It was like a training electric organ for us. But I wonder if there's different pianos. Are all pianos the same? Some pianos are better?
No, they're very different. They're really different. Even the same brand and model piano will be pretty different one to the next. There's no, you know, there's too many variables in them. They're massive and they have I don't know how many 100,000s of moving parts and they're just all different. Wood's different. They're very different, you know. But I don't remember having a hard time with an Adelaide piano. I think whatever's there is probably pretty good. It's probably Yamaha. I'll probably be fine.
30 years you've been doing this. We're getting an intimate concert. We're getting the songs and the stories. Time flies when you're having fun. Like, does it feel like 30 years that you've been plying away plus?
It's pretty bizarre. I have no grasp on time at this point. It seems to speed up, and now 30 years doesn't sound like that much. And the other day, I even actually, for the first time, I think in my career, tried to count the number of records I'd made. I mean, I don't know what I came up with. Like, I forgot. But, you know, it's like, I mean, I think about someone like Ray Charles, and like, I wonder how many records he made. Like, probably 100. I don't know. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think Willie Nelson's around the 100 mark too, which is just ridiculous when you think about it. So I love the idea of you playing all of your great songs, your classic hits. I love the banter too, and you're such a great storyteller. I like some fans at concerts, Ben, they want sort of the CD. They want the music that they know from the record. Whereas I like the artist to mix it up, you know, have fun with the audience, talk back and play all of that.
Yeah. Well, My audiences come from kind of broad, it's a broad audience. Like some of them came in for brick at the beginning, like contemporaries, and some of them older. And then, like right down to probably the most recent wave of audience came from a movie that I wrote the songs to, called Over the Hedge.
Yep.
And those people are hitting in their 20s now. And they don't really particularly care about the early stuff. Some of them do and some of them don't. So I guess all that to say that I sort of view it all as roughly the same. It's all stuff that I wrote, and if I can sort of still identify with it, then I play it.
The other part of the audience that loves you is the ones who might have discovered you with the symphony orchestra. And as we know, you played here with the ASO, which is excellent. The last time you and I spoke, you were doing the National Symphony. So congratulations too on the success of your live album there at the Kennedy Center, because that went gangbusters.
Yeah. That record's done really well. Yeah. We debuted at #2 on the classical chart. So NSO.
And I don't want to bring it down. So I love the Kennedy Center Honors, and I can't wait for about 4 years when it gets back to some sort of normal and we get to see the kind of show that we have seen previously, because that's always a must-watch, I think.
Yeah, the honor is a pretty special thing. It's about honoring, an entire career and the entire career being something that has changed the fabric of American culture. And I'm with you. Hopefully, maybe in 2 years.
Fingers crossed. Like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's like one of those must-watch. I always like the idea of, people paying tribute to other artists, to see them perform and talk about so glowingly. It's always a must-watch. People are loving the work you're doing too with Charlie Brown. Could you have foreseen the Apple TV and the Peanuts success?
No, not at all. It's we take on projects, and all of them are the most important project while you're doing them, and then generally, the infant mortality rate of your, creations that you put out there, that it's not great, So when something hits, and I believe that this one did, then I'm kind of, I'm pretty chuffed about it.
As you should be. Just another reason to come and see you live, because you are extraordinary live. Any downtime while you're here in home? Things in Adelaide you got to do? Things in SA you're going to try and sneak in?
Might take an extra couple weeks actually there in Adelaide, and help out with the musical that'll be at the Fringe.
Oh, excellent.
We've been here before by Lindsay Kraft. So I may just spend some time to do that. I would be like a phantom piano player behind it all.
Wow.
So that give me some time in Adelaide too.
We look forward to that with great interest. We'll try and get you in if you can, if you've got some time. Always great to have you on the show, first and foremost. Welcome home. It's lovely to have you back. You know what adopted South Aussies are like. Thebarton Theatre, Tuesday the 24th of February, The Great Ben Folds. Tickets are available at the Thebi website at Ticketmaster, or you can go to frontiertouring.com. Thanks again, Ben. Can't wait to see you here in the new year.
Right on. Good to talk to you, man.
FIVEAA congratulates Dilmah Tea on their 40th birthday. To help them celebrate, we're giving away special VIP tea packs across the station this week. Get on air and you could win your own Dilmah pack, including a variety of flavours like their Royal Ceylon breakfast tea, green tea with mint, and their rose, lychee and vanilla tea, valued at over $100. Dilmah celebrates 40 years of making the world a better tea. All thanks to Dilmah and FIVEAA.
In homes, in aged care, in hospitals, in those deeply human moments, Calvary is here. Calvary cares for South Australians from birth to end of life. And with our range of integrated services, we can make it easy to care for you in hospital, your own home, or in your aged care residence. Across Adelaide and as far as Victor Harbour to the Flinders and the Riverland, we're here for you. Calvary, celebrating 125 years of connected care.
Cup of tea, dear? The kettle's on. Would you like a cup of tea, love? Cup of tea, dear.
What? If you're concerned about hearing loss for a loved one, book an appointment with Can Do Hearing. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
So when you think about it, Father's Day is all about one thing. We should be thankful for nuts. And you can guarantee your dad will be thankful for his nuts when you give him some of South Australia's own Charlesworth nuts. If you're stuck for Father's Day gift ideas, the old chestnut. No worries, because Charlesworth nuts have over 50 gift hampers, baskets and bags to choose from. They are bursting with Charlesworth's delicious selections of nuts, fruits and chocolates. It is a go-to in the Forrest household. My kids and my wife buy me every single year without fail, Father's Day, Christmas, birthday. I love the peanuts, the sugared peanuts, you know, those pink ones. Blake, they are amazing. Show your dad, your husband, your granddad, you know him best by picking one that he will go nuts for. Now, I'd also do those caramelised nuts. They're pretty good. I don't mind Bullet Bonanza. You can check out the options. You can shop online. Come and visit one of the 11 family-owned stores. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better. They've been doing it for over 90 years. Visit charlesworthnuts.com.au and celebrate nuts together.
Things are heating up at Adelaide's largest selection of fireplaces, the Home of Fire. Get massive savings on wood, gas and electric heating, and check out their outdoor kitchens.
Home of Fire, for all your flaming needs.
The Home of Fire, 126 McGill Road, Norwood.
If your air conditioner is over 15 years old, it's costing you way too much to run. With today's technology on ducted and split systems, REQ air conditioning can reduce your running costs considerably with brands like Mitsubishi Electric, keeping your entire home at the perfect temperature all year round for less. Stay cool, stay warm, save money with REQ Air Conditioning and Energy Solutions. Google REQ Air Conditioning for a free in-home quote.
Hi, Jane Riley here. Today I'm at the WEA headquarters in Angus Street talking with Leslie Venning, their CEO. Doing these courses isn't just about learning a new skill, it has other benefits as well.
That's right, it's about socialising, it's getting out of the house, it's keeping your mind active, it's meeting new people. We have lots of our language people get to know each other in the year-long classes. They go off and have coffee or lunch. So it's about that social connection.
I love catching up with you and learning about what's new here at the WEA.
5AA Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
Broadcasting live from the Jubilee Pavilion here at the Adelaide Show. It's day one for us. Graham Goodings was here from 9 o'clock this morning. I'll be going through until 4. Sports show coming up, Stephen Rowe, Tim Geneva. We're hearing in tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So if you are coming to the show, we would love to see you. We would be on what I would consider the eastern side of the Jubilee Pavilion, just at the near the doors here. You can't miss us because Channel 9 is right next to us. There's the Channel 9 news desk where Kate and Brenton sit, so you can sit there and do all of that. They've also got, with Stan being part of 9, they've got a Premier League set up too where you can kick the soccer balls into the goals there, so you can have a crack at that. So easy to find. Come along and say hello to Graham anytime between 9 and 12, or myself here from 1 until 4. And the Sports Show boys are here tomorrow and then again on Friday. Big week for them with the football final on Thursday. Hello. So you can always join us here and come and say hello and enjoy everything that the Royal Adelaide Show has to offer. Just a reminder, some people have been thinking that you can just arrive here at the showgrounds and buy your tickets to get in, then have yourselves a good time. A reminder that you cannot buy tickets at the show. You've got to buy them from either theshow.com.au or you can get them at your local Drake's supermarkets. So get along and enjoy all of that. 8223 0000 is my number if you'd like to join us. We can probably sneak a call or two in before we go speak to Stephen and Tim. A couple of text messages coming through, and again, thanks to Complete Care. That's complete with a K. Our Facebook and YouTube live stream every day between 3 and 4. A lot of people having their say on the march across the weekend. Some people who attended said march. Couple of text messages here. This one from Jeff says the media are kidding. If you think that both sides of politics have ignored immigration, look at the ABS statistics. You will always see that it jumps under Labor. They're trying to blur the line and drag the Liberals in to the Labor's mud, says Jeff from West Lakes. Father Jones going to drop some flyers into Dr. Derek's practice. That's for her blessing of the pets, which is coming up. Thank you for that. Joe says that Dr. Derek should watch or read Robert Stroud's The Birdman of Alcatraz. He was a renowned expert on birds. Yeah, well, I do need to retract that. I might have said to Graham earlier that Dr. Derek didn't like birds. He does like birds. He just doesn't do a lot of bird work there at the vet surgery. Paul has some good news for anyone who is in the Glenelg or Brighton area. He said, Leith, there's a pod of 7 dolphins just swimming north past the Brighton jetty heading towards Glenelg. So go and check it out. That would be amazing if you could see the pod of dolphins close to shore. Why would you not do that? Len says, why did it take the police so long to work out that the sign was offensive? He should have been arrested on the spot. Well, I guess the problem is, Len, the question is not whether or not it was offensive. I think everyone realised whether it was certainly offensive. The drama is it arrestable or not? Is it a crime to do that? It's in horrible poor taste, but is it illegal? And that, I would assume, would be the internal questions that SA Police would have been having with themselves. They have since come to that conclusion, and in fact we have some audio, Blake, if we're able to grab that. We had the acting police commissioner who spoke about it earlier today. Take a listen.
We do believe that we have identified him, and we have been trying to locate him this morning. No doubt, in my mind, every reasonable person who saw that image would be absolutely disgusted by what they saw. This is a man who is wanted by Victoria Police for the shooting of 2 police officers who families would no doubt have seen this image and would be likely distraught by what they have seen, as would every right-minded person, particularly every right-minded police officer. I can only underscore how outrageous that behaviour is on the face of it, and that's why we seek to locate this man and speak to him about the behaviour.
Can you imagine? You imagine you're the family and you're going through this absolute tragedy and the grief and heartbreak and everything that goes with it. And let's say, for whatever reason, you've got the news on and you see a march in Adelaide, not even in the same state, in another state, and you see this absolute pelican with a sign which is almost celebrating the person that killed your family members and your loved one. It's outrageous. Now, again, the poor old police would have been sitting there going, gee, is it illegal? Certainly poor taste. Should we have a word to them? And you know how that would play out. They would all of a sudden, there would be this decry of a police state and, you know, heavy-handed and all the rest of it. So they probably did the right thing and paused and waited, then worked out, no, this is actually something that we can charge this person for. But again, this is on everyone else at that march too, to call that stuff out. As we were talking to some of our callers earlier who were at that particular march, they're the ones. These are the people who are ruining it for all of you. If you are trying to push a particular point, it's the neo-Nazis and these kind of idiots that are lumping you all in the same group. So you need to weed that out as much as you can, but certainly heartbreaking for the family. William is in the city. Hello, William.
Hi, Leith. I feel bad coming on after that, that stupid idiot on the bloody protest. Anyway,
I know, terrible. We can separate them too. What's happening, William?
All right, so remember a while ago in Tonsley, the government came out, I think it was Peter Malinowskis, and he announced that they're trialling a selfless driving bus around Tonsley.
Right.
Did you remember that release, or...?
I don't remember that. We were talking about the driverless cars that Elon Musk and Tesla and a few other people are doing. I don't remember the bus one, though. I'm just having a look here. This is the Flex bus.
Remember it.
Flinders Union.
Pardon?
Yep.
And
it's called
anyway,
Flex, the Flex bus.
Pardon? You there,
Flex, F-L-E-X. Yep. Can you hear us, William?
I can. Can you hear me still or not?
Sure.
Yep, excellent. So, yeah, I think by memory it was about $100,000 the government were trying out. Anyway, I heard nothing about it for a while, and I just did a delivery in Tonsley, and I went into a factory that was pretty much secluded in this full area, And lo and behold, there's that bus that the government tried out, all caked in dust, so it must have been sitting there for a while. And I'm sorry to go off the subject here a little bit. I just wanted to vent to you because I find it extremely disappointing that, you know, we invested all that money into that bus and that bus is just sitting there doing nothing. And, yeah, like, what a waste of taxpayers' money. And I'm just sorry to go off the subject, but it's just disappointing.
No, that's okay. No, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, William, for the heads up. What we can do is we'll actually chase that story and find out. So this is the Flex bus, F-L-E-X bus, which we can actually chase up with the government and find out what's going on with the Flex bus. Why is there an issue with this driverless shuttle? Now, this was South Australia's first autonomous vehicle, the AV trial using the public roads, offering a first and last mile shuttle service to Clovelly Park train station within Tonsley District. Flinders University, along with 9 industry project supporters, collaborating to deliver this project. So maybe it was just a trial. Maybe we need to find out if there is any issue with it. Maybe it's not going to return. Maybe they were just trying it for a brief period of time or for a certain purpose, and we'll find out if it's going to come back. But be interesting to know how much money was spent on that. Was it successful? Was it unsuccessful? So appreciate it. Thanks for giving the heads up. These are the kind of stories that sometimes you don't know. What's the old adage? You don't know what you don't know until you see it draped in fabric, hidden away in a shed somewhere. So now we can chase that up. We'll do that tomorrow on the show. Appreciate all of your calls, emails and SMS. Thank you for tuning in too via the Complete Care live stream. Hope you can join us again tomorrow from 1 o'clock. We'll be broadcasting 5AA Afternoons live. And please, if you are coming to the show at any stage during this working week, if your kids are lucky enough to have show days that have been timed during this time, or grandkids, please come and say hello. We're in the Jubilee Pavilion on the eastern side. Stay tuned. What a week it's going to be. The Crows in Collingwood on Thursday night. The lead up to that next, Stephen Rowe, Tim Ginniver and Sam Tugwell after 4 o'clock. We'll see you tomorrow.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sport show. It's the very latest in sport live.